All right, let's talk refinancing in Miami. But forget all those flashy ads and billboards for a second. Today, we're going to cut through the noise and find out who the best home refinance lenders really are, using data from over 1,000 of your actual neighbors. So let's dive in and see what they had to say.
So if you're a homeowner in Miami, I bet this question has popped into your head at least once or twice, right? You're thinking, hey, maybe I can get a better rate, or maybe you want to tap into some of that home equity. But then you look around and, wow, there are so many lenders out there. Where do you even begin?
And it's absolutely true. The sheer number of choices, banks, credit unions, those online lenders you see everywhere, it can feel like you're trying to navigate a giant maze. I mean, how do you find someone you can genuinely trust with one of your biggest, if not the biggest, financial asset you own?
Well, what if you could just, poll the neighborhood? Imagine asking hundreds of your neighbors who they went with and what their experience was really like. Well, that's pretty much exactly what we're going to do today. We've got the data. Okay, so where's all this info coming from? We're pulling it from the MFP Community Survey. And this isn't some small sample size. We're talking about over 1,000 Florida homeowners, real people just like you, who have just gone through this whole refinancing process. They shared super detailed feedback on a whopping 120 different lenders.
And look, this wasn't just a simple, yeah, they were okay kind of survey. Nope. Homeowners rated these lenders on 4 really crucial things. First, how easy was the application process? Was it a nightmare or a breeze? Second, were you actually happy with the loan terms and the rate you got? Super important. Third, how was the support? Did you feel like you had a real person guiding you? And then, of course, the big one, the ultimate question. Would you recommend them to a friend or family member?
All right, before we zoom in on Miami specifically, let's just take a quick look at the big picture across all of Florida. And wow, one thing just jumps right off the page. Check it out. Credit unions are the clear fan favorite. A massive 94% of homeowners who used a credit union would recommend them. That's a really powerful trend to keep in the back of your mind. Okay, the moment you've been waiting for. Let's get down to it. Based on all that fantastic community data, let's pull back the curtain and reveal the most recommended, the top-rated refinance lenders right there in the Miami area.
And coming in at number 1, with the absolute highest recommendation score from your Miami neighbors, is Dade County Federal Credit Union. So let's dig into the numbers and see exactly why they earned that top spot.
So what's the secret sauce here? What makes them number 1? Well, take a look at these scores. They got an impressive 4.7 out of 5 for making the application easy. That's huge. And they scored an even better 4.8 for both their loan terms and their customer support. I mean, that's just a fantastic, well-rounded performance. And all of that led to the most important number of all. This right here, a 95% recommendation rate. Think about that for a second. That means that almost every single person who used them would turn around and tell a friend or family member, yeah, you should use them too. That is an incredibly strong endorsement. You just don't see numbers like that very often. But hey, the praise for local credit unions doesn't stop with just one. Also earning some serious top marks from the community is another great option, Tropical Financial Credit Union. And as you can see, their scores are also excellent, right across the board. They particularly stand out with a 4.7 for loan terms and rates. And let's be honest, for anyone looking to refinance, that's a huge factor, right? That's kind of the whole point. And that solid performance earned them this, a 93% recommendation rate. So again, what this tells us is that Miami homeowners are consistently having really positive experiences with them too. And rounding out our top 3 for Miami is another real powerhouse in the Florida lending world, Suncoast Credit Union. You see their name come up a lot, and for good reason. They consistently perform well all across the state. Now, what's really interesting here is when you look at their scores, they're almost identical to Tropical Financials. You've got a 4.6 for the application and support and a 4.7 for terms and rates. What does that tell you? It really points to this consistent, super high-quality service you're getting from these top credit unions. And no surprise, that consistency shows up in their recommendation score too, a strong 93%, tying with Tropical Financial. So the really crucial takeaway here is that as a homeowner in Miami, you don't just have one great option. You've got several top-tier, highly recommended credit unions to choose from. Okay, so we've got 3 fantastic choices. What does this all mean for you personally? How do you pick the one that's the absolute best fit for your specific situation? So let's break it down. Here are the key things to walk away with. First, and this is crystal clear, in Miami, credit unions are the hands-down community favorite for refinancing. No contest. Second, because these scores are so close, it absolutely pays to get quotes from all 3 of these top lenders. You got to see who can offer you the best terms. And third, these scores really shine a light on just how valuable great customer support is when you're going through a process this complex.
So this data gives you something incredibly powerful, a shortlist that's already been vetted by your own community. The next step? Well, that's up to you. It's time to figure out which of these top performers is going to be the best partner for your financial future. And hey, if you want to dive even deeper, maybe play around with some refinance calculators or find other great resources just for Florida homeowners, we've got you covered. Just check out the MFP link down in the description. All right, good luck with your search.